Hello and welcome to Thursdays with Annette. My gosh, we're in the kitchen making one of my all-time favourites. It goes back to book one. It's a classic. Let me just show you here. Chicken Pizziola. Oh my gosh, it is the best. If you've never tried it, then you really should, because it is something that everyone loves. Now it's in book one, but today I'm going to make it out of the Cooking for 1 or 2 book, because you know on the show I can make 2 instead of having to bash down 4 pieces of chicken. That's it there. So that's the recipe I'm doing. So it does serve 4 or 2, or if you wanted you could even double or triple and you'd get as many as you want. But this is what we're making today, chicken pizziola. But before I get into that, remember last week I said I had a big announcement? Well, I am super excited. In fact, I want a drum roll, please. I want to personally invite you to a live, in-person, full-day health and wellness cooking show, workshop, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be massive. It's going to be called Saturday with Annette, and it's on the 20th of May at the Marucci Aracel on the Sunshine Coast. So come and spend the day with me to learn practical information and tools to say goodbye to those unwanted kilos and say hello to weight loss success. Now, throughout the day, I'll guide you through hands-on activities and interactive sessions to motivate and excite you on your road to weight loss success. Plus, of course, I'll be cooking, so you can watch me live making some deliciously healthy recipes on stage. Now, throughout this life-changing day, you're going to learn some simple tips and tools to implement in your daily routine, and you'll leave with the focus and motivation to achieve your weight loss goals. And of course, there will be an opportunity to get your cookbook signed, and if you want, you can even get a selfie with me. So come join me for a fabulous day. Remember, 20th of May at Marucci Aracel. Get your ticket now. It's going to be epic at simplytoogood.com.au/events. Yes, it's all happening. Super excited. I haven't done a live workshop in years, so I cannot wait to meet you after all these years on the show. All right, so, okay, Annette, calm down. Let's talk about today's recipe. Now, I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees fan forced, okay? So that's ready to go. Now, I'm going to be making serves 2, remember. So it's 250 grams of skinless chicken breast. You've got mushrooms, capsicum. I've got the 97% fat-free ham that I'll be using as well. Tomato, fresh tomato, shallots, some the reduced fat cheese. I've already grated it to make it a little easier. You've got garlic, the no added salt tomato paste, and I'm going to put in a little bit of dried basil because it's Italian, of course, so we want that. And I've got my cooking spray. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I think I'll prep up the pizza topping. And so what I love about this recipe is that I don't know about you, but I love the flavors of pizza. Absolutely love them. And so I'm going to make now 1/4 cup of very thinly sliced mushrooms. Now, because it's for 2 people, you don't need a lot of ingredients. And this is what I love about it for me and Billy, is that you don't have to be shopping lots and lots of food, you know, and then having lots and lots of waste. So this is going to make 2 for us. But, you know, if you want, of course, you've got it in the book 1. So thin slices of mushrooms. Let's have a look. I think I've probably got too many mushrooms. I only put 2 mushrooms out, and yet it's still probably too much. Yep, that'll be good. So I'm going to put it in my bowl as I go. I'll put this on dinner tonight. We're going to do a capsicum, and I want 1/4 cup of diced capsicum. Now, don't make them really big dices, because this is all going to go on top of your chicken breast. So it's like, imagine your chicken breast is actually the pizza base. And this is why I invented this way back when I was losing my weight, because I was sick of missing out. You know, we used to do pizza night every Friday night when I was 100 kilos. Possibly why I was 100 kilos. But so this way I still got that pizza hit that I really love. And it really made the difference to me being able to sustain losing my weight, you know, over the 20 months that it took me. You know, and that's the key, isn't it? Oh my God, I can't wait to share you all my secrets when we get together in May. Yes, oh my God. We're going to do the same thing. It's all 1/4 cup of shallots. Just slice them. Now, if you don't have shallots, that's okay. Just use onion and just small dice. You can do either. And there is a variation to this. So you can actually, if you wanted to, make it with veal. It's really nice. I've even actually done it on slices, like a square slice of tofu for a vegetarian. And it was fantastic. I love that I can, being here with you each Thursday, I can give you all these lovely little extra tips that aren't in the book. And this is what it'll be like on the show, the workshop, because being live, I can really focus on you and what you need to know. All right, so we want the same with the tomato. We want 1/4 cup. So let's slice, dice it. Remember, just dice. And this one is just a recipe that I never get sick of. And this year, I'm really picking very simple recipes to do on the show because I just think that's what you really want, don't you? Everything's got to be quick and easy. And so this is one of those dinners that when you have it, your family are going to go, can we have this like next Thursday? It's very popular in our house, that's for sure. Now, I've got some 97% fat-free ham, and I'm going to just dice that. I want 1/4 cup. And this is where I save on the fats with things, not using bacon or really fatty pizza meats. The 97% fat-free ham really is fantastic. And, you know, by using the chicken as the base, I know, I'm very clever. Well, I have to tell myself that because no one else is. Okay, there's our ham. And if you're doing vegetarian, you would definitely take out the ham. And what I normally do is I swap it for celery. There we go. All right, so now our filling is there, right? I'm going to put in it now 1/4 teaspoon of dried basil. Let me get it down. Put that in. And also 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. Of course, you can use fresh garlic if you want to be bothered to chop it up and put it in. I'm just going to use the jar. Okay, and now just combine that together, and there is our pizza top. Now this is for 2 people, remember? So you get quite a bit here to go on your chicken breast. Oh my gosh, it's so yum. Now what we're going to do is get the chicken ready. So I've got 1 skinless chicken breast, and this is where, if that had the skin on it, it'd be about like 14 grams of fat. This way it's probably only about 7 or 8, so it's much better. Now I'm going to thin this out, and I tell you in the book to just open it up so that you're getting that chunk of chicken instead of like a big thick bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mallet and flatten it, because remember it's kind of like a pizza base, and I want all that base to put all that topping on. So you can see veal would work well because it's thin slices. Gosh, you could even do pork, you know, in the thin slices of pork. There we go. Right, so there's my flattened chicken, and I want to cut this into 2. So I reckon about there looks pretty fantastic. Let's get my tray. Spray it. Remember the oven? It's on 180 degrees fan forced. Let's put the chicken onto the tray. Push it together. If it opens up a little bit, that's not a problem. There we go. Put that little bit there. Let me just get rid of all of this. Wash my hands. My gosh, thanks for joining me today. I love my little Thursdays with Annette. We've been doing them now for some years, and what I'm excited about is that I haven't done like an open event, live event for years and years and years, and of course COVID put a lot of stop to that as well. So this is going to be just so good to be able to be with my peeps, absolutely. All right, so the no added salt tomato paste, you want 2 teaspoons. All right, now I'm going to just spread it. So you can see it's like you're making pizza, but you're doing it so healthy. But I reckon it's just fabulous. It really is. Now, if you make it with the chicken, it's 8.6 grams of fat. And with the veal, it's 8.9, so it's pretty similar. All right, so I'm going to now divide this mix into 2. So I'm going to measure it by my hand, like my what do you call it, Bill? Palm. And then just put the even amount over both of them, spreading right out over the top. Push it down. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous. I mean, it looks a bit generous, doesn't it? It's already, I'm thinking I'm going to be very satisfied with my dinner tonight because it looks so epic. All right. So there is the topping on. Lastly, you've got your grated cheese, and I just grated it up ahead of time. You want 50 grams or half a cup. So you want 1/4 cup really of the cheese for each one. So if you can guesstimate it, that's fantastic. I've got a feeling Bill's going to want this piece. It's looking a little bit bigger. All right. Now, this is going to bake in the oven for about, maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little longer, 30, it depends on your oven, but you want it so that the chicken's cooked, and being thin, that will help, and the filling, like it's nice and golden brown on the top. So let's put it in the oven. I'm going to do a timer for 30 and come back to it so I can show you the finished results. I'm going to clean this all up. I'll be back shortly. As soon as the oven's beeping, I'm going to be back. Bye now. Well, thanks for joining me again, because my oven is beeping, as I said, so that means my chicken pizziolas are done. My gosh, I have my plate here, so there we are. Let's serve it up. Oh, how awesome is that? I mean, it's such an easy recipe, but it tastes absolutely divine. And where is it from, of course? It's from book 1 and also Cooking for 2. So would you like to win both books? Yes, boom! I'm giving 2 away this week, so you can make either one, the Cooking for 2 or Cooking for 4. It's up to you. All right, so how do you win? Will you like, share, and then in the comments, #Symply2Good. Write that in. I'll pick 3 lucky winners to get personally signed copies of both the cookbooks. Now, if you do love pizza, I actually did a bit of research while I was waiting for this fabulous recipe to cook. And if you love anything that has the word pizza in it, I've got you covered. In book one, I mean, you've got pizza, chicken pizziola, you've got pizza strudel, and that's also in More Cooking for One or Two. You've got supreme pizza in book one, and in book two, you've got pizza potato bake, fabulous, pizza pasta bake in book four, mini pizza breads, which are in the party section in book four as well, pizza jaffle in book five. There's 3 dessert pizzas. I know, I went there. They're fabulous. Sweet pizzas are in book 7. And in the new book, More Cooking for One or Two, I've actually done a chicken pizza, and you make your own pizza base. Takes 2 ingredients. It's fabulous. All right, so there we go. Now, next week's show, I'm going to be making a classic again, super easy, really easy recipe. And I'm making my sticky pork chops. They're in book 4, and they're also in Cooking for One or Two. So I'm going to make that next week. I mean, seriously, you know, who knew weight loss could be so deliciously healthy? We've got you covered, pizza lovers. Yes, we have. Now, if you want any more tips or recipes, or if you want more information about my fantastic workshop that's coming up, I'd love to cook for you live. You know, my gosh, and give you a hug. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Just go to simplytoogood.com.au, and if you want about the event, it's /events. Oh my gosh. So take care. I'm going to be back next week. This is my dinner. I'm excited. Take care, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.